Welcome, Aries. This is your March 2023 general reading. This is a general reading, so please only take the parts that resonate with you and leave the rest for somebody else. If it doesn't resonate with you, check out my channel. You'll find other dated and timeless readings for your sign. You can also check out your sun, moon, rising signs. You're starting out here. Okay, so for those of you who haven't seen me before, this will be your main energies. This will be the timeline for the month, okay? We'll lay the first set of cards. I'll give a brief description. And then we will clarify with the next set of cards. Then we will also do best actions for you to take during this time. Best actions for sun, moon, rising, because they can be a little bit different. You can also... And then we will also do oracle cards and pick a card at the end where you can ask a question, okay? And for those of you this does resonate with, please hit that like button. It is the only way that I have to know that the messages are being well received by you guys. Okay, you do look like you are in your own energy. There is a transition into success here. Hoping you can see all these cards. My watch wasn't charged even though I had it on the charger, so I'm hoping you can see all that. So for your main energies coming in during this month, you have the Page of Discs, so there might be something new, some kind of new message on career, okay, or money of some kind. You may be getting some extra money during this time. You get something on that. You could also get some news on your health. You are here in your own energy as that Queen of Wands, feeling very self-confident, self-assured. You know, the Queen of Wands, she's very sexy, very passionate, illuminated, okay. We do have the success card here and the completion to a lesson or goal, which you may have completed a goal recently. So let's see what our timeline looks like, okay? For the month. So starting out here at the beginning of the month, you do have the Nine of Discs. So you may be independent or working on some kind of solo pursuit right now. Does look like either you have a lot of financial gain or that you're working towards financial gain. Yeah, and this will be a turning point for you here in March. So you got the Wheel, so that's luck is on your side during this month, so that's good. And there is a turning point for you guys. The Druid, so that's... You got 3 major arcanas already. The Druid talks about learning and ascending upwards. That's the Hierophant in the traditional deck. Could talk about marriage for some of you, or going back to school, especially with that page next to it for some of you. Okay. It'll probably play out different for different ones of you. You have the Empress here at the end, towards the end of the month, which tells me you're going to be birthing in something new. For some of you, that could actually indicate having a baby, okay, or finding out you're pregnant. For a lot of you, I feel like you're trying to birth in a new reality during this time, especially with the turning point, this transition, the World card of completing something. This 3 of Wands tells me you're looking out to create something different, okay, especially with that Empress right next to it. It does look like you're looking out to the horizons. How can I change my life? How can I expand myself? Where can I head in the future? The 3 Wands is actually one of my favorite cards because it kind of tells me that you're putting thought into expanding where you want to be. And you have the Magician card here too. That's beautiful towards the end of the month here. It looks like at the beginning of the month, you're hitting a turning point. Like you know you want something and you're trying to figure out how to ascend upwards. And by the end of the month, you start to really bring that in. The High Priest, the Magician, talks about manifesting things in. You're taking that time to look out, how do I want to expand myself? What do I want for my future? And with the Empress here, you're going to birth that into reality. So that's beautiful. And the Magician with the Empress, that's a powerful combination. And on the bottom of the cards, you do have the Warrior, just telling me you have to have a lot of inner courage during this time. Yeah, very good. Or this could be a Leo, okay? Coming in that you don't know. Let's see. What is that 9 of Discs here for? Our Aries, please, 9 of Discs. Sometimes the 9 of Discs for me can indicate trying to start your own business or, you know, something along those lines where you're creating something on your own. The 3 of Swords. So some of you had a heartbreak of some kind that may have brought you to be very independent. And you're looking for equal give and take. You're also looking for financial abundance, okay? you're in that, this is what I want, this is who I am. And that might have been caused due to a past heartbreak of some kind, but it's made you very strong as a person. And now you won't take anything that isn't an equal give and take. And abundance does seem to be important to you guys. Let's see, what is this wheel here for? The Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, you're working very hard. Because of all the hard work you have been putting into things, putting into yourself, putting into your work, putting into wherever you have put the work, that's where your turning point is going to be. Druid, Hierophant, please. Aries. You have the Six of Cups. So this could indicate a marriage for some of you, something long-term, or at least something long-term. And there we have that Hermit. This Hermit usually plays out with the Ace of Pentacles. We do have the Page of Discs, which is similar, okay? And it tells me you're going within to really think about, and with that Nine of Pentacles, this Page of Pentacles, and this Hermit in this deck, he holds a pentacle in his hand. And a lot of times he plays out when someone's going within to really consider how they want to create their career, their life, their abundance, okay? Their place here physically. So it does look like some of you may be choosing to go back to school. Some of you, this might be something you've wanted to do for a very long time. Some of you could be contemplating a relationship, okay? Maybe one that hurt you. But I feel for a lot of you, this is about work or creating something of abundance. Yeah, with the Page, we have this Ace of Wands here. So this could be a creative or passionate pursuit for you. This is something new. With that Page and this Ace coming in, something new is coming in for you guys this month, possibly in the middle of the month, okay? Queen of Wands. The King of Wands. Oh, very interesting. Let's see if I can get one more on that. And the Queen of Pentacles. For some of you, that's a lot of people playing out here. Let me go further before I figure out what's going on in that situation there. Because the King and Queen of Wands can definitely indicate a couple, but the Queen of Pentacles here talks more about independence and abundance, okay? So I'm kind of wondering if you're transitioning maybe from a couple situation into an independent situation, especially with this Nine of Pentacles back here in the heartbreak. You may be transitioning here out of a relationship and into independence. Six of Wands. Where some of you, you may be, leaving one job and going independent as well, okay? That Nine of Pentacles. This Nine of Pentacles is your transition into success, okay? So this is where you're going to get your abundance. This is where, for some of you, this is going to indicate your independence, okay? Like I was just saying, some of you were in a relationship or currently are in a relationship. I'm not certain. The heartbreak is back here. But here's where it's showing you, you've got this independence and independence, the two strongest cards for independence here. And the Nine of Pentacles is showing up twice, and it's on your transition to success. So some of you may be leaving a relationship, or maybe even leaving behind the idea of a relationship, okay? Of looking for that. I feel like for some of you, it's like, I'm done searching for my person, which sometimes that's when that person comes in, honestly. But it looks like you're embracing independence during this time, okay? Whether that's independence in work or independence in a relationship, or just maybe you're still in a relationship, but you're embracing your independence, okay? But independence is going to play out strong for you guys. So is resources and abundance during this month. The World Tree. And it's probably a little different for each of you on how this is going to, the Queen of Swords and the Judgment card. Okay, so because you faced some truths here, you were honest about something. The Queen of Swords is very honest, and she also is very good at cutting people out. But, she's intelligent and she's authentic and she has a lot of integrity. But she is extremely honest, and that honesty has created a completion to a lesson or goal for you of some kind. And then we have this Judgment card, which tells me you're kind of going through a rebirthing process. You're leaving something from the past behind. This doesn't have to mean a person. It can. It doesn't have to mean a job. It can. It could be a way of thinking, a way of being, a way of feeling. Okay? But it's time for you to wake up to your life's purpose here. Okay? And that is the completion to that lesson or goal here for you. Is, you know, that you are kind of, and it might have something to do with taking care of yourself, all right? With this Four of Swords here, it looks like you're going to be able to manifest by taking that time to rest, all right? Take care of yourself, know your own self-worth, love yourself before, you know, you can give to somebody else. But independence seems to be a strong thing. And that might be your lesson in this is, you know, that independence and speaking your truth. Now, as an Aries, I know you're not usually afraid to speak up for yourselves, but a decision. Okay, so you have that Four of Swords and this Two of Swords. So once you go within here and you make a decision, you're going to start manifesting. All right, so there's going to come this time after mid-month. I mean, time's fluid, tarot's fluid. So take it as it resonates for you. You know, this is just kind of how I'm breaking it down. But it looks like around mid-month, okay, that you're going to start manifesting after you take some real time for self-care. And again, the Four of Swords can oftentimes tell me that there's an independence needed in this situation, and that this decision needs to be made from within you, okay? And this is also another rebirthing card along with that Judgment card. So you do need to do this rebirth and make this decision, and then you are going to start to manifest here. So let's see what this Three of Wands is. Yeah, you don't want to feel, you're looking out to a new future because of the loss and grief you experienced from your past, I think from the situation here, okay? So because of that, it's causing you to look out to a new future. It's causing you to expand yourself, to build a new foundation for yourself. So there might have been something, I don't see anything saying things are ending, but I feel like maybe it already has in February and that, or before even that, you know. Yeah, and that's double fives here. There's too many obstacles and challenges in the way that your life was going. Too much loss, too much grief, too much heartbreak. And you're moving on to, you've done a lot of reflecting on your emotions here with this Page of Cups, okay? There's been a lot of reflection you've had to do on these things in order to get to this point where you can look into a better future, all right? The Four of Cups. You don't want to be discontent and unfulfilled anymore. You're ready to create something different. The Two of Cups. Let me get one more. And the Knight of Pentacles. Some of you may move towards a new love situation, okay, with that Two of Cups. But I feel like for most of you, it's about trying to figure out how to bring your life into harmony and move towards the most gain here with this Knight of Pentacles. That you may choose to move towards things like kind of like the Six of Pentacles here, okay? You got this at the beginning of the month of what's starting this month out for you. You're looking for this equal exchange of energy, but you're also moving towards what can bring you the most gain in your life, okay? And the Knight of Pentacles, he's a slow-moving knight, but he's very sure-footed. He moves towards what is going to bring him the best results. And with the Six of Pentacles and this Knight of Pentacles, it tells me you want that security. You want equal give and take of things. And the Two of Cups kind of says the same thing, that there needs to be harmony to things in your life. You don't want the obstacles. You don't want the pain, the discontentment. Like, you're kind of done with that, I feel like. I feel like you're learning to embrace, you know, the pleasure in solo pursuits and independence and loving yourself here with that Four of Swords. And that you're learning things here. You're transitioning into something successful. It might be slow moving, but I do feel like it is moving, okay? And you have that Ace of Cups. So for some of you, there may be new love coming in. And for some of you, I feel like you're dealing with a relationship issue. For a lot of you, this has to do with embracing yourself And for a lot of you, this has to do with a business idea too. So there's a lot of different things coming in for different ones of you during this. But overall, this is a transitioning time for you guys. This is a rebirthing time for you guys. There are opportunities coming in for you. There's lessons. There's, you know, just a lot of new things coming in. Let's go ahead and get your best action. Well, actually, let's do oracle cards first. We'll do some oracles. Yeah, we have that Magician again, the manifesting. This is going to be a strong month to manifest the things you want, okay? Attachments, yeah. And in this card, they're not good attachments. This is, you know, these are attachments like things that aren't good for you that are hard to let go of, okay? So, and that might be these lessons and goals here, is facing that truth of what is no longer good for us. The attachments that we have to things or people, either or, that aren't serving us anymore, so we can, you know, move in the directions we need to. Door to Spirit, yeah, and I do feel like this door to Spirit is opening here for you with all these aces and things coming in and these new messages and this new movement and the manifesting and all of these things. A woman holding a heart. So like I said, some of you, there's a relationship thing going on here for you guys. Some it could be in a good way, something new, and some in a bad way where something's ending. Stand your ground. Miracle healing. Honoring your true feelings. Yeah, and I feel like that's what you do here in this Queen of Swords energy. You're going to really face and honor your true self here. Inner child. And I think that goes back to this attachments here. And, you know, the Queen of Swords, like I said, is very good at standing their ground. The miracle healing, I feel like, is this world card and this judgment. So I feel like all this is kind of talking about what happens here for you guys. You know, those are some strong, powerful cards that happen for you. There's some strong energies coming in. And I feel like that's kind of saying this as well. All right. All right, we're going to go ahead and do your best actions. Best actions for Aries, please, during March. Best actions. Yeah. So we have the King of Pentacles and the Emperor. For those of you trying to start a business, this would be a good time for that, okay? Anything that you want to do that is your own thing with that Emperor and that King of Pentacles, it tells me it's going to be abundant, that you're going to play your chess pieces well here, as he has that chess piece in his hand, okay? That this is something you can create, and you can see the energy coming down right through that piece, saying that it is now time to play your, you know, to play your pieces here. You know, the King of Pentacles talks about abundance, justice. Yeah, and there will be justice in the situations where things haven't been good to you. This could also indicate a Libra in your life. And the Emperor, of course, is your card as an Aries. But this talks about balance and harmony, okay? And, you know, the cause and effect of situations, you know, and it is a karma card, all right? So, you know, there might be some karma at play here. And that Six of Pentacles again. Yeah, and I felt like that was a strong card for you. Even though it was a clarifying card, I feel like it's a strong card of needing that. And with that Justice card too, it talks about balance and equal give and take, okay? Equal exchange of energy, harmony, okay? But it also talks about financial abundance. And there we go with that Empress card again. It's time to birth in something new for yourselves, okay? Birth in the reality that you want. All right, Sun. Let's see what the differences are here between Sun, Moon, and Rising for Aries. Sun. The Hierophant, which we saw here for you guys. And that's where I feel like a lot of you may go within. And some of you, I feel like that there is a ascension up in the learning, but it's somehow in the career as well. Like, I feel like you're ascending upwards in your career somehow. Moon. Judgment, and that takes us back to here, okay? This is a big thing here. Like I said, I feel like this is the strongest part of what's going on is this right here. And with this Judgment, it talks about leaving the past behind and waking up to your true life's purpose, your true calling here. Rising. With the Six of Wands, that transition into success. And that looks like, you know, creating that abundance for yourself, you know, embracing your independence and solo pursuits, all right? And the Page of Swords, which I consider the Page of Swords the investigator of the group. So that's telling me that you guys need to really look into what you really want. And I feel like this Page of Cups is doing the same thing, but it's emotional reflection, where the Page of Swords is talking about intellectual thought reflection, okay? Because I feel like the pages a lot of times, you know, get their, especially the Page of Swords and the Page of Cups, you know, I feel like a lot of times their messages are internal messages, unlike the, you know, the Page of Discs, where it usually comes from an external source. The Page of Cups and the Page of Swords can also often come from within our own selves, our own thoughts, our own emotions. All right, we're going to do an animal advice card, and then we will do a pick a card, okay? Animal advice for Aries. Cougar, assertive. In silence, you find power. Claim your leadership role and take action. You know where to go and what to do. You have the courage and confidence to succeed. Yeah, and that's what I mean. There's a lot of opportunities coming in here for you guys for success. Okay, let's get this here cleaned up and make some room for a pick a card. All right, so I lay the cards down. You go ahead and think of your question. I will do the best I can to give you a yes or no answer. What I will do is give you a brief description of the card, so you can connect those dots on how it applies to your question, and you'll have to use your own kind of intuition to do that, okay? Okay, so go ahead and take a deep breath in, release, and pick the card that feels right to you. The Page of Pentacles, and I say yes, and that came out in your reading. This often talks about new messages on health, career, learning, finances. It can talk about a new stable relationship entering your life. The Ace of Wands, I say yes. It usually talks about a new creative or passionate pursuit being presented to you in some way. The Ten of Knives, I say no. That usually talks about a painful ending to something. It does also indicate you will get good clarity with that painful ending. But, you know, especially if this is on a relationship, I say no. The Eight of Knives, I also say no. It talks about a self-imposed imprisonment in our own mind. And, you know, kind of really getting stuck into negative thought patterns. All right, Aries, thank you so much for being here with me today. It has been a pleasure to do this reading for you, and I do hope that it finds you well. If this resonates with you at all, please hit that like button. It really does help me to know that it's resonating with people. If you're new here, I hope you consider subscribing. You can check my description box down below. There's some Amazon links for some of these cards if you're interested in those. And until we meet again.